Hello, my lovelies, and welcome along. Welcome to Gentle Pilates. So you are in the right place if you would like to start your day off feeling a little bit more eased out, more flexible, and welcome along. I am live at the moment in my main Facebook page, as well as my lovely members group, where we do this every Friday morning together. So if you're joining in live, just tap in the comments, let me know that you're here okay. Is the volume all right? And just tell me perhaps where you're joining in from this morning. Good morning, how are you doing? So I am streaming into both groups, so I might not be able to see your name. So if you say good morning and your name, and then I'll know who's joining in live as well. You made it, well done. So if you don't know me, my name is Jana, and I have been teaching Pilates now for about 19 years even. And so today is all about easing into it, because you might be a beginner to Pilates, or you might just be feeling extremely stiff or tight or have some chronic pain. You are in the right place, because that is the majority of the time I spend in my massage room working with my lovely clients that have chronic pain. And in our members group, we nurture and get stronger and stronger. Good morning, Karen. How are you doing? Good morning, Debs. Excellent. All right, team. So today I'm using minimal kit, just in case you are a beginner and you're joining in live today. Or you might be doing this on catch up. I am using a mini ball. It's an air-filled ball, but you could use a cushion. So run to your sofa, grab yourself a cushion, because you might need that in a moment. The other thing I'm going to use is my long stretchy band. So if you don't have a long stretchy band, you could do it totally without. You could go and grab yourself a pair of tights or a dressing gown rope even. All right, you can do it with totally without. Oh, good morning, Jenny. How are you doing? Good morning, Sarah. Hi, Mary. How are you doing? Oh, lovely. Got the team on in. So let's start nice and gentle. Just standing, feet are at hip distance. We are going to lengthen up through the legs. We're going to lengthen all the way through the spine and let our head sit on the top of our body. I'm going to go through some lovely breath work with our Gentle Pilates this morning, because what we've got to think of is that with our breath, it's an entirely free resource to tap into our relaxation response, which also really helps with our muscles and with our mind as well. So let's give these shoulders a little roll through. Think about your shoulders coming up to 12 o'clock. Good morning, Helen. How are you doing? Oh, it's so nice to see you. Well, to see your comments anyway. Have a little roll on through and ease all the way down. Woohoo! Who did a marathon yesterday? Tap in the comment with your name so I can see who did the marathon, because you're going to need this today. So we're going to roll on through. Really well done. And ease it all down. Give me one more. Can we tap in with that breath? Big, deep breath in. And then exhale, shoulders all the way down. Team, could you let one ear just gently lift up towards the ceiling? Now, if you know me, you'll know I always say take this at your own pace. So I might have lots and lots of lovely people today who might not have worked with me before. So I want you to take this nice and gentle. Because the thing is, when we take it gently and we feel good afterwards, we can build upon that, can't we? Let's nod the chin down towards your chest. Have a little roll on through to the other side. So your ear is gently lifting up, but you've got space in your neck, and let your shoulder know that there is nothing to do there. You're just giving it some space, giving that arm a little wiggle. Nod your chin and let's go again. So we're nodding that chin, rolling on round. That's it, good. Really soften through that shoulder. Excellent. Nod your chin again. So if we can ease off our neck, that often lets us tap into using our core so much more when it comes to our Pilates, rather than the neck trying to do the job. Let's bring our head all the way back onto the center. Give me a roll of your shoulders. That's it, lovely. And again, big deep breath in, and then just let it all go. Big deep breath in. Good, and let it all go. So the shoulders are nice and low. Can you take your fingertips now down the seam line of your trousers, and keep your weight really equal from one foot to the other, but allow yourself to side bend. So we're starting to open up this side waist, all this QL area in this low back. That's it. You keep going there. Take a nice deep breath in. Karen, is that you that did the marathon yesterday? Oh my goodness, I didn't realize. That's so, so good. No wonder you needed your calf muscles easing out. Have a little ease to the other side. That's it. Big deep breath in. Good, and let it go. So at the moment, I'm not cueing about activating those abdominals. We're starting to get that breath nice and deep. Breathe down into your belly. Breathe into your side ribs. Open up the space in between your ribs, those intercostal muscles. That's it. Ease out to the other side. Last one. Big, deep breath. Fill that space between each rib. Beautiful work. Come all the way through to center. Can you place your hands onto your hips now? And we're going to allow that pelvis to go into an anterior tilt. So that's a forwards tilt. And we work with this a lot within our Pilates. We tap into this daily in the members group and in the videos, because if we do have a deeper curve in that low back, it's going to put a little bit of extra loading through those lower back muscles, the lumbar spine area, and also into those hips as well. So if you do catch yourself here, take a big deep breath in, and as you exhale, let's start now to feel a gentle recruitment through the pelvic floor. So you've got your pubic bone and your coccyx. We're going to gently draw those two bones together and lift the entire pelvic floor. As you do, can you start to magnetize those two hip bones towards each other and feel that length all the way through the spine? And then let it go. So you're inhaling as you tilt forwards. Think of your pelvis like a bucket of water. You're tilting that water forwards. Excellent work. And now as you exhale, let's start that gentle recruitment and bring yourself into that neutral spine, and then maybe even into that posterior tilt where you're gently letting that tailbone drop. Now, everybody needs to take this at their own pace and their own ranges of movement. If it is new to you to think about that lift of pelvic floor, just take it really gentle. That's it. If you've been dealing with pain in the pelvis or any pelvic floor issues, take this gently and build upon it. That's where we have that beauty of working together, because each day we're just tapping in either into the videos at a click of a button or into the group, and just allowing ourselves to make those small consistent changes, and that's where we really get the results. Bring yourself now into that neutral spine, so you've got that tiny curve into the low back. Let the rest of your spine lengthen up nice and tall, so your head is on the top of your body. If you feel very tight in that side waist, please come back to side bending. If you're feeling fine there, you can soften your knees. Take a deep breath in and reach those arms up for me. So I'm reaching those arms all the way up. And what I've done at the top there, I think my arms got cut off. I'm holding on to a wrist. The wrist I've got hold of, I'm thinking about the stretch coming all the way through. So I'm lifting up and over. So you're opening up underneath that armpit there, in between those ribs. On a scale of like 0 to 10 in intensity, I wouldn't want it to be more than halfway. Yeah. So we're still able to breathe. Come back to center. Excellent. Ease those arms all the way down. Give your shoulders that little roll. And we swap to the other side. So we bend those knees, reach on up, hold on to a wrist. You've still got a big gap in your neck, haven't you? The shoulders are away from those ears, yeah? Hold it there. Can you give me a big deep breath? So you're really taking your mind into those spaces between the ribs, those intercostal muscles. This is where I love Pilates, because it brings us very much into the moment. Everything else can just go to the side, just for these few short minutes, and allow yourself to be in your body. Get these endorphins going. One more roll of the shoulders. Excellent. And we settle them down. Can you open up through your collarbones for me and just pop your hands back onto your pelvis? I'm taking my attention now down towards my feet. I'm going to peel one heel up, and I'm checking in. I've got my hip, my knee, and my sort of second toe, if I was being really on it there, is all in a nice streamline. This is where we really protect those knee joints, and then ease it back down. Have a swap to the other side. So you peel in your heel. That's it. You've got your hip, your kneecap, and the second toe all streamline. If that feels a bit wobbly, or you're recovering from any injuries there, feel free to just go one foot and then bring it down. And then you swap to the other side. So you've got a nice stable base. If you do feel all right, keep that heel up for me. And as it starts to lower, you can alternate there. So I'm swapping my legs. That's it. See how you feel. If you feel extremely wobbly, you can always have a fingertip on a wall. There are always modifications that we can take. And this is something I go through, whether you're right here with me online or whether you're in person. You know that if you're with me, there are always things that we can do. You take it, meet yourself where you're at, and build upon it. And that's what I'm here for, to help you grow. Let's peel up and swap. Good, peel up and swap. Excellent. Give me 4. That's it. So pedaling through, give me 3. Are we feeling that nice little bit of movement there in those ankles? Last one, and then ease it down. Team, from here, we're going to peel one leg all the way up. Any wobbles there, feel free to put a fingertip on a wall. We're going to really lift in that supporting hip as much as you can. Peel one leg up and give me a little circle of your ankle. That's it, Karen. How's this feeling for your feet and your calves? Have a little swap round the other way. That's it. Lovely. And then ease on down. Have a swap to the other side. Again, fingertip can go on a wall. What I'm looking for really is that you keep this lift in this supporting hip. Your glute med has to switch on and stay nice and tall. And that's where you really get that pelvic stability. So I'd rather you had a fingertip on a wall and felt really tall rather than swayed to the side. Woo, she says. Talk and demonstrate at the same time. That's it. Good. And then ease it back down. Excellent work. Okay, team, the beauty of today's short workout is we already get to go down towards the floor. Can you angle your camera and bring your kit with you and get yourself down as comfortable, in a comfortable way, whether it's down to your knees to lay onto your back or whether you're rolling to your side. And I'm just going to angle that camera all the way down there. Yes. Oh, brilliant. Fiona's been doing lots of running as well. This will be good for you. Okay, bring yourself down. I've got my kit. This could be a cushion, by the way. And I'm just bringing myself knees to the side, especially if anyone's joining me that does have that diastasis gap postnatal, and roll yourself down. Excellent. Can you bring your feet to hip distance for me? Take your hands now, find those hip bones and walk your fingertips in so you can feel these lower abdominals. So right here is where that TVA, that corset-like muscle, wraps around and supports that low back. That's it, lovely. Give me a big deep breath in, and I want you to feel like you can take your breath down into your belly, and second to that, into those ribs, expanding the ribs up, side and back, 360 degrees, and then let everything go. So you're taking that big deep breath in. Try to let your belly soften. Imagine the breath go into the bowl of your pelvis, and you go into the fronts, the sides, and the backs of the ribs, secondary to the tummy, and then let it all go. So already we're really helping to switch on that relaxation response. Nice deep breath. Inhale into the belly, the bowl of your pelvis, the fronts, the sides, and the back of your rib cage. Feel your back expanding out on the floor there. And let it all go. Lovely. So when we tap into these lovely slow breaths, this in itself gets that circulation around your body and really starts to help down regulate any achy areas. Can you now take your cushion, or it might be your mini ball? We're going to take a big deep breath in. As you exhale, gently tuck the pelvis underneath. So I am tucking under. I'm feeling a gentle recruitment through tummy. Roll up gently into your shoulder bridge, just high enough so your bottom is off the floor, high enough to get your cushion or your ball and pop it underneath your tailbone. Can you let your bottom completely rest on that cushion or on the ball? We're gently upside down now, which is very, very stimulating for our relaxation response. Okay, bring one knee in and give it a hug for me. Depending on where you are, you might want to hug that shin. If that's too much flexion for your knee, just hug your hamstring and notice all that length in that low back. Good. Ease it on down and let's have a swap to the other side. So we're easing in, either hug the shin or you can hug the back of your hamstring. Notice all that length in that lower back as you do that. Team, by all means, you can just keep alternating your legs. If you do feel fine there, bring both legs in. Keep all that length in the back of your neck so everything is soft in the neck and shoulders. Can you take your legs up to the sky? This is optional. Give your ankles a little circle on through. That's it, lovely. And swap other direction, maybe a point and a flex. Can you separate those toes out? Now, this is amazing for your lymphatic drainage. So we're really starting to get a really, really lovely drainage from the toes all the way down through the legs. And it's actually really, really good for our bladder as well, especially if we do this on the evening. That's it. Bring those knees in and give them a hug. Now, whilst you've been there twiddling your legs, it gives you some release for your low back because it's just been happily sinking, melting towards the floor. So we get lots and lots of benefit out of one single exercise, and I really try and enable that. When we do these short videos, we do exercises that get lots and lots out of one single move. Can you take a big deep breath in for me? As you exhale, feel that gentle lift through the entire pelvic floor. Connect those, magnetize those hip bones towards each other. Helen, I always think of you with that one. I know how much that benefits. You can feel your lower tummy, you can feel that back relax. Can you lift high enough so that your ball can come out from underneath? You can just hold it into your hands there. And then gently, gently, you're going to roll down through your spine, piece by piece by piece. With any luck, hopefully it feels like you've got more softening through that low back. You can go piece by piece. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, gently tuck the tailbone underneath. Feel that lift again through pelvic floor and lower abs. Can you roll through your spine segment by segment? Now, you might not go as high as me, and that is absolutely fine. Please take this just within the realms of what feels good for you, because you will notice if you tap into this very gently, most days you're going to feel such a massive difference. Imagine what you would feel like in 7 days tapping into this. And I am with you every step of the way. Let's ease on down piece by piece through the spine. You're taking your arms with you. Take a nice deep breath. As you breathe in, let your belly soften, let your glutes soften. Nothing for the pelvic floor to do. So when we can relax the pelvic floor, when we ask it to do its job again, you get more activation. So let's take a deep breath. Exhale, recruit pelvic floor, lower abs. We roll up through the spine. We're peeling on through. My arms are reaching up and over. That is optional, but I've still got a massive gap between the ears and the shoulders. So your eyes are probably seeing more in front of you than behind. And then we're slowly, slowly rolling through the spine, segment by segment by segment. Excellent. Can you put your cushion or your ball down by your side? And you can, I'm going to show you without a band, just in case you don't have a dressing gown rope or something with you. Take your band. We're going to pop it around the ball of your foot there. Now, if you do have any sciatica, really tight hamstrings, anything like that, you're going to do this with a pointed toe, and that makes it less intense and you can build it up. So we've got a fully bent knee. If you don't have your band, just take your hands around the back of your thigh for me. Okay, we're going to exhale. As you exhale, point your toes, send your toes up towards the sky, and then fully bend that knee again. This is an amazing move if you do have sciatica. We're going to floss through, point the toes and ease it back down. And if that does feel fine, you're at like a 3 out of 10. You can feel a little bit of a challenge there, but you're doing okay. That's when you can start to flex your foot. So we send that heel up towards the ceiling, heel up, toes towards your head, and then bring it back down. Beautiful. Can you go again? So we ease on through. Excellent. And then we fully bend. Can you go one more for me? Reach on up. Excellent. Keep that leg in the air. Can you take your band now into your opposite hand? Now, this might be really, really gentle. Please listen to your body. The arm you're not using, let that lengthen out. Now, I'm going to wiggle a bit because my supporting knee has been bent. I just need to lengthen out a little bit to give myself a bit of room to let that leg come across the body. Now, you're only going as far as what feels good for you. A pointed toe is less intense. We want to feel that we're gapping into that sacroiliac joint around the back and all the way into the hip, and breathe. You might want to stay there, a nice static stretch. That's it. If you're feeling fine, the leg that you're not using, let that just lengthen out. That's it. The leg you're not using, just let it lengthen out along the mat there. That's it. You're doing really good there. If you're okay, you might even flex your foot and push that heel away. As you push the heel away, can you feel how it's a little bit more intense? So please listen in to what feels right for you this morning. And can we go back to that lovely relaxing breath? Inhale, take your breath down into your belly, into the bowl of your pelvis. Long, slow exhale. Excellent. Can you bring that leg back through to center? We're going to swap to the other side. You have 1 more minute with me, team, and then you can crack on with your lovely day. Or if you are in the members group, we are going to do some lovely moves all about the core. So we've got a fully bent knee, and you point your toe to reach on up, and then you ease on down. Inhale, exhale. Softening the jaw, relaxing your belly. If that feels fine, we flex. Heel up to the ceiling, all the toes towards your head. Let it go. Good. You're going to have to tap in the comments as soon as you are done and let me know how you got on with this one. Has it felt good in your body? Do you feel like you've given yourself a bit more space and room to move, a bit more circulation? This one, can we leave it up in the air? Take your band into your opposite hand. Point your toe if you think this might be a little intense of a stretch. So point your toe just to down regulate it a little bit. Ease that leg across your body. The leg you're not using, you can lengthen that out if you've got space. And only go over as far as what feels good. Now, the reason I've got that band is because I can use my hand and the band to support my leg. If you don't have your band there, then just holding onto that leg, however it feels comfortable for you. You might even just bend that knee to hug it in, just to shorten the lever. Okay. If that does feel fine, then I'd like you to flex your foot. If you did it on the other side, perhaps try it for this side. That's it. Spread all those toes out. Give me one last big, deep breath in. And slow exhale. Brilliant. Bring that leg all the way in. Can you give those knees a hug? That's it. Little circles, massaging through that digestive system. That's it. And let your head have a little wiggle side to side. Ease on out. Slowly let these knees come over and bring yourself all the way up to seated. Can you sit however you feel comfy? So you might sit on a cushion just to be a little bit taller. You want to feel like your back can lengthen without you having to force it. If it feels better for you to have your legs out straight, that's absolutely fine. That's it. Have a little wiggle on those sit bones there. That's it. Lovely. Can you take your opposite hand to your opposite knee? Take a little turn round the corner. Drop that shoulder. That's it. Even without seeing you, I know these little things that we all do. Drop that shoulder. Find the space between the shoulder blade and the spine. Let your head have a little wiggle. It's slowly through the middle. Have a little swap to the other side. So I'm hoping that you have enjoyed that little introductory today into gentle Pilates. There are lots and lots of different levels and different intensities that you can do with Pilates. And all you need to do, if you're just finding it a little bit tricky and wondering what is right for you, let's have a little chat. Do feel free to comment below, or you can send me a little direct message and we can chat about finding the plan that is right for you in intensity and for the body parts that you need to work on. So let's take that deep breath in, reach those fingers, and then give yourself a great big clap. Excellent. Good job, everybody. Really, really well done. Let me know how you got on with today. And if you enjoyed this, share it with a friend. Let them see it. Do it together. It's always good when we've got that community to work out with. Okay, team, if you are in the members group, if you're on the Vitality Method online studio, I will see you in about 5 minutes to do all about the core. See you soon. Take good care, everybody. Thank you for joining in. Bye.